This is the engineer coming from Shuttle Obi-Wan, wishing you a very good evening. With me this evening, I have my two wonderful children, my little boys, Jet Ace and Cal Ebb. You guys say hi to the viewing audience. You guys have anything to say to the watchers out there?
No.
Caleb, you got anything to say? How do you guys like Mars?
Good, just... Can you tell him to stop hitting me?
You tell him. Caleb, do you like Mars?
No.
You don't like Mars?
I love it. I love Fiji. Ouch.
Really?
Yeah.
Aww. Alright. Well, guys, wrap it up and say goodbye to the viewing audience.
Bye. Bye.
Well, anyway, this is Shuttle Obi-Wan returning my wonderful little boys to their mother on Earth. We will catch you again real soon. Alright, all these buttons and I'm not even set to go here yet. Sensitive thing. What's this pick? Oh, yeah, I know what that is. Okay. I think we're good now. Okay. Alright! Hi, howdy again. So, you know, these video logs are not always educational. You know, you may or may not have seen me venting in them, which is, you know, they are for me. There's something I was thinking about the other day. I do for me, but as much as I do for me, because remember, a lot of 100%, as much as I do for me, I do for others. As much as I would do something for my enjoyment, I do hope that it brings enjoyment to others. If I am saying anything, I hope that it can either be enjoyed or even learned from by others. This is a part of what I call narcissism perfected. It's in the idea that I recognize myself as not only a part of the whole, but a factoring, you know, cog or wheel or part of it. It's the interplay, the interactivity of myself in the world. What is good for me is good for the world, and what is good for the world should be good for me. So that's the notion. And then this idea of narcissism, of living for myself. Well, I think of myself as more than just me. I think of myself as a larger sphere of interconnected bits. Eventually and hopefully kind of reaching into a larger scale, global influence. It sounds big and it sounds maybe even a little bad, but it's hard to explain necessarily. It's only for good, positive, wonderful things. Is my idea of good, wonderful, positive the same as everybody else's? No, certainly not. But I believe that there is a good, wonderful, and positive that kind of breaks down barriers. Well, okay, it doesn't break them. It love. Remember, we fight with love. Fight with love. You know, we're not out there shooting people. We're out there sending messages and speaking with kindness and letting people know when they're doing something dumb. What are you doing? That's dumb. Think about it. And you know, I've been caught doing things that are dumb, and as much as I might be embarrassed or unaware of it, ashamed, I recognize it. If somebody comes to me with something that I trust, and they're saying, hey, you really need to consider what you're doing and looking at this, and like, oh, well, I really trust this person. I should think about what they're saying, and so I do. Some people don't agree that I do. But I just come very often when that happens, when there's that kind of no, not a diss, it's a, anyway. When there's a conflict of opinion, difference, not a diss, a difference of opinion. You know, it's usually because I've come up with other answers that they don't like. It's like, I've given your suggestion or your critique some thought, and this is how I feel about it, and I'm going to continue doing whatever, or maybe I will adjust ever so slightly, but not to the full extent by which you have recommended. And thank you for your opinion. You are somebody I care for, etc. You know, stuff like that. But people think I'm rather set in my ways. I wouldn't. I don't. But see, that's because my way is so. It's all simple. It's, you know, there's okay. There's a program that they use to mimic the behavior of starlings. I don't know if you're aware of this. If you haven't seen it, go into like TED Talks and search for the starlings, or go to YouTube and do a search for the starlings, and something about maybe computers and starlings, because you look at the birds and they're just absolutely amazing, and they're this huge flocks, and they move through the air, kind of like this, yeah, like this. But they've worked it out in the program on the computer that their instructions or their mentalities, or at least for the program, because they can mimic the behavior very, very well, and you can look at it. Oh well, it looks, you know, whatever, and then they can adjust it with the wind. They can adjust it. We'll put a predator here, and it will react in a way that you would find naturally. So the instructions are very basic. You know, that's try to keep this amount of distance and this amount of distance. If this happens, do this, and they stay relatively clustered, and they don't have. It's not a. It's like a perfect democracy. It's the starlings of the round table, because they're not. It's not just one leader. They kind of move as one, and then there's individually there are leaders. It's like if I have a good idea, and then everybody follows that good idea. How do they know it's? I don't know how they know it's a good idea. So that's that. But it's basic, and so what I do is I like to follow a basic set of kind of instructions that then allow me to adapt in greater ways, because it's like the base of a you have a big circle, right, and you have a small circle, and you draw a line from the big circle straight to the bottom, to the small circle. But that line, no, this is getting complicated. There's an easier way to explain this. Okay, so that it goes round, whatever. The outside is moving faster than the inside, because, and this is true of the Earth and other things. Look it up. It's math. It's wonderful physics. And it's bizarre as hell. But the point is that at the base, which you could say is governing the whole thing, it's very simple. You know, you don't have a lot of much. But if you have, like say an antenna, and you tap the base, boom, 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 the vibrations go up, and they send this rhythm into the top, and then you get more movement at the top than you do at the base. And that's something about foundations and structures, which are also important. If you have a solid foundation, really true grit, good stuff. I don't know what true grit might mean to you. I didn't see the movie. I don't. I'm thinking of completely different Sorry, slight distraction. Thought I saw a sandstorm. You know, I've been kind of wondering about them here on Mars. Maybe we're getting one. But we see this. We saw this in evolution. You have tiny little things at the very beginning, which turn into these very complicated forms, such as us, and that's pretty incredible. Now, to take this further, you have a personality, a base set of rules that govern who you are. Okay, good, real solid stuff. Love and don't harm anyone and do as you want to. And then you go out in the world, treating everybody the same, right? Because it's according to a set of rules. You're not going out and treating everybody. Hi, you're a dork and I hate you. Hi, you're a dork and I hate you. Hi, you're a dork. No, but you go out with your set of rules, and it's a level of adaptiveness. Yes, you treat everybody differently according to how they are responding to the rules. And what happens is, from the get-go, you're treating everyone pretty much the same. You're open and you're honest, and you start to get to know them, but according to how the things stack, or the way you maneuver with the set of rules, is because each person is different, so the reactions are different. The development is different based on your set of rules. You splinter off this way, and you splinter off that way, and you go this and that. I may not be explaining myself very well, but that's fine, because I don't have to. I'm doing this for me. I'm venting. I'm saying what I enjoy saying. I'm hoping that if you are watching this, that you're getting it. There is a spot for comments if you would like to question. So, this isn't completely without some kind of structure or ordinance, or it's interactive, damn it. Figure it out. So yes, you treat everybody differently because they are different, but you have the same approach. There's environmental issues as well. Maybe you're in a different place, so that kind of skews things a little bit. But you try, Maybe you're on guard that day and you're being very quiet, and it's harder to get into talking to people. So, or you've recently been hurt and you are very suspicious of people, so the process takes longer. But everybody's, it works. Everybody works up a scale, and depending on their closeness or their and I don't mean to say it like this, but their usefulness, you govern the interaction. So, that's a big deal. I am out of time at the moment. I will talk to you later. I'll get another one. I think I want to continue on this. Don't really know where I wanted to take it, but I don't think I wanted to take it anywhere. I was trying to just say hi, and I'm going to talk about stuff, and it develops. But isn't that the way it's been the last several vlogs? Let's all hope that I have such good fortune in the future.